What's up, y'all? You're watching Union Minded. I'm your host, Eric, and today we're going to talk about union rights, organizing, the NLRB, scabs, the UAW, and Trump and Elon Musk. You ready to dive in? Let's dive in. The UAW files federal labor charges against Donald Trump and Elon Musk for attempting to intimidate and threaten workers. The UAW has filed federal labor charges against disgraced billionaires Donald Trump and Elon Musk for their illegal attempts to threaten and intimidate workers who stand up for themselves by engaging in protected, concerted activities such as strikes. Now you might be thinking, the UAW's filing charges against Trump and Elon Musk, what could this possibly be about? Well, let's continue in this article because they're going to let us know. After significant technical delays on X, formerly known as Twitter, Trump and Musk had a rambling, disorganized conversation on Monday evening in front of over 1 million listeners, in which they advocated for the illegal firing of striking workers. I mean, I look at what you do, Trump told Musk. You walk in, you say, you want to quit. They go on strike. I won't mention the name of the company, but they go on strike and you say, that's okay, you're all gone. You're all gone. So every one of you is gone. Under federal law, workers cannot be fired for going on strike, and threatening to do so is illegal under the National Labor Relations Act. When we say Donald Trump is a scab, this is what we mean. When we say Trump stands against everything our union stands for, this is what we mean, said UAW President Shawn Fain. Donald Trump will always side against workers standing up for themselves, and he will always side with billionaires like Elon Musk, who is contributing $45 million a month to a super PAC to get him elected. Both Trump and Musk want working class people to sit down and shut up, and they laugh about it openly. It's disgusting, illegal, and totally predictable from these two clowns. That's the quote from President Shawn Fain of the UAW. So the UAW is filing charges against Trump and Musk for that act. Now, I always tell you that we have protections. We have the National Labor Relations Act. It's a very important law, and it's the one that governs labor and the relationship between labor and capital. And there is something called unfair labor practices. Section 8 of the NLRB says that it shall be an unfair labor practice for an employer to interfere with, restrain, or coerce employees in the exercise of the rights guaranteed in Section 7. You go to Section 7, which is right above it, and it reads, employees shall have the right to self-organization, to form, join, or assist labor organizations, to bargain collectively through representatives of their own choosing, and to engage in other concerted activities for the purpose of collective bargaining or other mutual aid or protection. When they say concerted activities, that's organized activities like striking or walking out. And you have the right to bargain collectively, and part of that is concerted activity. You have that right as a worker. That is in law. So that conversation between Trump and Musk, where Trump congratulates him for firing all of the workers, I think it was Twitter when they went on strike, fired all of them and replaced them. And I might be wrong about the company, but fired all of them and replaced them. That was a story that happened. And Trump's sitting here congratulating them. Remember, they both have employees. So they're both sitting here having this conversation, and the message is getting out there to their employees. Don't even think about unionizing, because I'll fire all of you. Reagan did it to the air traffic controllers, fired the entire union, and we're still recovering from that blow. But here you have two billionaires on an interview, podcast style, crashing Twitter thing on Spaces, and they're advocating for that type of behavior. Brothers and sisters, I have to tell you, these are not our friends. We are in the midst of a class war, and people don't want to say it, but believe me, the wealthy know it. You think they're playing games up there? They're not. They're trying to figure out every kind of way to extract as much wealth out of this earth as humanly possible, and leaving us nothing to spare. We are nothing but property in their view. Cattle, if you will. And the sooner we realize that, the better. Now, you hear the term scab, and I want to touch on that one too. because not everybody knows what a scab is and what it signifies. A scab is a worker who breaks a union contract, such as by crossing a picket line to replace a union worker during a strike. Scabs are often hired by companies to keep operations running during a strike. Unions view scabs as undermining workers' collective power and prolonging labor disputes. A strike breaker, sometimes pejoratively called a scab, a backleg, bootlicker, blackguard, or knobstick, is a person who works despite a strike. Strike breakers are usually individuals who were not employed by the company before the dispute, but hired after or during the strike to keep the organization running. This is old hat, old tactics. It's a very powerful tactic when the working class is starving and when they stayed ignorant of what the true problems are, the true troubles, and they're just trying to survive. And when you have working people that are just trying to survive, yes, they will stab each other in the back. And who does that benefit? The very ruling class that makes it all happen. Woo! I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Union Minded, and I hope it was informative for you. We have an election in November. I think you know what to do. I hope this provides a little clarity on the relationship between the billionaire class, which should not even exist, and the common workers. We are not friends. They will never represent us. They will never look out for our best interests. You have to be smart about this game that we're in. I believe we're going to get there, though. I do. I think working people are on the rise. My name's Eric. You're watching Union Minded. Remember that the fight is not left and right. It's up and down. It's going to take solidarity to win always. Each one teach one. Get out there and reach one. And remember, there could be no union without you and I, front and center. Peace.